So as you already know, this is the end of day 9 for me, ketogenic diet. I'm just gonna give you guys some of my thoughts, some feelings that I feel. But basically what I did was I bench pressed to get a little bit of the energy out of me. Also, I did some benching to help. I haven't tested my blood yet after a meal, but maybe to help my glucose settle back down. Sometimes there's ways where you could lower your sugar in the event that you broke keto. There's a way where you can lower your sugar level back down faster. Sometimes going for a brisk walk, 5-minute walk, maybe getting on the bench, doing some push-ups, 3 sets of 10 to help you lower anything that might be risen or spiked in regard to your blood. As I said, today is day 9 for me doing the ketogenic diet. Don't know if you've been seeing my videos, but earlier today, right before lunch, I pricked my finger and I tested my blood for sugar, for glucose, and for ketones. And basically my results yielded that I again was still in a high therapeutic level of ketosis. That's my second time seeing that reading. Maybe I could be seeing that reading every time I test, if I test more often. So far I've been doing my tests before lunch times, and I'm thinking maybe I should start adding some more intervals. There's before breakfast, before lunch, and then before dinner. So far, day 9, I didn't lift weights on day 8, and I did not lift weights on day 7. On day 7, the only thing I did was some bicep curls with a 25-pound dumbbell, because on day 6, when I was lifting, it was feeling like my muscles were giving out a little bit on the bench. And today I intended to do 4 sets of 10, and it didn't appear that I'm going to be able to reach that. Maybe I needed another extra day of rest. So today I did lift. Tomorrow I will lift, and then most likely I will be taking another break from lifting. Because the thing about working out is you have to confuse, you have to break, you can't keep a pattern. Muscles are smart, I guess. So when you keep doing something that doesn't expect, that's how you can get more development out of the muscle. So since I did 5 days in a row, maybe 6, you can consider I'm gonna do 1, 2, then take another break. That break could possibly be another 2 or 3 days, but I'm thinking that I'm just gonna take another break for a day and then go back again and do 3 days on, take a day, break for 2 days, then go back on for 2 days on, and then take a break for 1 day. I'm just gonna mix it up because you do need to let your muscles heal and you need to let them rest. And again, if you're working out, when it comes to weight training, if you're doing a specific motion and at some point in time, you, after doing a certain set of reps, you should feel some sort of burn at some point in time. You wanna basically manipulate the workout so that you feel it. Just don't do something that you feel nothing. The point is to feel something, recognize the feeling, and then play with the feeling a little bit, put it back down. With the other hand, play with the muscle a little bit, put it back down. Same thing with benching. You wanna keep benching 3 sets of 10. Typically, if you're not lifting weights, I would assume that on your 3rd set, you will start feeling most of it. My max bench press it's a lot higher than that. It's more than double that on my max bench press. But since I took such a long time, I'm feeling it. So day 9, thought I was ready to lift weights. Seems like I might need to take a break. I'm gonna try again tomorrow. If it feels like I'm pushing it too much, I'm gonna just take a break again. Otherwise today for dinner, I basically had some leftover hamburger patty that I made on a Sunday, and I had 2 slices of cheese on it. I ate that with my yogurt, and then I had some leftover ground beef, and I also made I have these small little keto not tacos, they're like, what's the other word for a taco? Not the taco shell, where you have a tortilla. I have these keto tortillas where there's 7 grams of carbs each. So I came home still having 10 grams of carbs available to use. I used 7 grams on that tortilla wrap that it's apparently keto. So It's 7 grams total carbs. I count total carbs, but the package and the nutrition facts, they both say 0 grams of net carbs because there's 7 grams of fiber in this wrap. I had that with ground beef, and that's it, no toppings. I did put a small swirl of sour cream, and I ate that, and that was dinner, and I felt satiated. I also paired that dinner with a soda that I got. It's a sugar-free soda. I don't know if I'm gonna keep drinking it. It has one can equals 1 gram of carb. This is it right here. It's Canada Dry, Fruit Splash. If you look at the back, it says 1 can is 5 calories, total fat 0, sodium 100 milligrams, total carbs just 1 gram of carb per can, total added sugars 0, and then protein 0. So a very low calorie drink. When you look at the ingredients, it says that it's carbonated water and less than 2% of ginger extract, cherry and lime juice concentrates, natural flavors, which I don't know if you've seen another video of mine. I mentioned that natural flavors scares me a little bit, because what is natural flavors? I don't think there's a real definition for natural flavors scientifically as an ingredient. So natural flavors do scare me a little bit. Citric acid, sodium, citrate. There's some things in here that honestly, I don't see negligible amounts of sugar. I don't see anything that says stevia or stevia extract. So this is why I really don't recommend. I don't recommend this for the long term. When you're stepping in the door, when you're finally looking for the motivation or the desire or the determination to start a diet, then grab this. But you don't want to be on this protocol long term. This is Canada Dry. I love Canada Dry. Ginger ale is probably my top 3 favorite sodas. So I got this pack just to test the waters out. It says 0 sugar. That's the first time I've seen it. My go-to soda is called Zevia. This is it. Zevia, the best flavor. These guys have 10 flavors. In my personal opinion, the best flavor is cream soda. If you bring this soda up to temperature, if you get it cold enough, when you crack open the can, it tastes just like A&W cream soda to me. Let me look at the nutrition facts. It says calories 0, total fat 0, carbohydrates 0, sugar 0, added sugar 0, protein 0, sodium 0. The other one had 100 milligrams. This one has 0. Everything here is 0 across the board. The ingredients also is a very short list. It's not a long list like the other one. The ingredients is basically carbonated water. Flavors, this also has natural flavors. I don't know where they're getting natural flavors from. After natural flavors, it says stevia leaf extract and citric acid. 5 ingredients. To me, I would call it a relatively clean soda. Clean keto is called Zevia. They're very expensive in Publix, but sometimes Publix would even have a better deal than Walmart. There's times where 1 pack of these is $12, but every blue moon, Publix will have a get one on the 12 packs of these, and that's when I double up on that. So this is cream soda. One thing to note about Zevia, this is Dr. Zevia, like their Dr. Pepper impersonation. So I think I got a bad batch because this one didn't taste too good, in my personal opinion. And basically just running down 2 of those sodas that I drink. Really, when you're stepping in the door, you don't gotta go too crazy with these natural ingredients and these fed grass finished meats. You don't have to do all that. You don't have to over-engineer this. When you first get onto keto, just the number 1 tunnel vision thing you should be looking for is just do not pass 30 grams of total carbs. Do not look at packages that say 0 grams of net carbs. Let me tell you something, there's very few things that are 0 grams of carbs. And when you do find something that is 0 grams of carbs, just make sure that when you look at the nutrition facts, you're looking at the line item that says total carbs. Don't look at what's underneath it, fiber, and don't start doing those calculations yourself about fiber and just sugar alcohols or whatever people use to deduct the total carbs just to try to get down the net total carbs. When you're first getting in the door, just don't pass 30 grams of total carbs. If you want to go carnivore because you want to eat big when you first start, you can do that too. But just know that in my personal opinion, I'm not a nutritionist, But I think when you are overweight and you eat unhealthy, you shouldn't start just pounding down greasy steaks and meats with high levels of fat. I think maybe you should just tone down the carbs, hit ketosis a few times, do ketosis for like a week or two, and then go full-blown high protein. Because in my personal opinion, when I eat a bunch of steak in a week, I feel like it might be a little hard for me to sometimes digest all these steaks that I eat. So if you do start the carnivore diet, you are morbidly obese, maybe you should start with ground beef and stuff like that. My thoughts on the diet so far is that I'm gonna keep going. I don't feel like I want to quit. Today is January 13th. It is approximately 8:58 p.m. I'm gonna try to call it early tonight. Morning, I felt a little fatigued. So what I'm gonna do is double up that I'm getting good rest, and then see if I still do feel the feeling tomorrow after having at least 8 hours of rest. Then I know that it's not rest, it's something else, and most likely it could be electrolytes. It could be me. I am in a high therapeutic level of ketosis. I'm on a high level of ketosis. It could just be my body, like, get adaptive to everything. Honestly, I don't regret starting this diet. And one thing I gotta say is that honestly, I was feeling like crap when I first, on my day one, because I kind of like I was useless and I was never gonna be able to do anything. I don't know what it is that made me stick to this diet as strict as I have been. And I think maybe, it had to do with me recording myself, like a daily diary, as if I'm just journaling my progress or documenting. Really don't know what it is. Now it's kind of, I almost feel like I need to keep documenting myself every day, keep moving forward, which is, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It almost appears that with the help of recording, am I able to achieve my goal? Is that really what it is? I don't know. That's kind of something to ponder about. I've been able to achieve a level of ketosis that when I was last on this diet and really focused, I couldn't even get to that level. So what has changed? A few things that changed. Could be just me being sick and tired of being sick and tired. Usually feel that I usually felt like the better looking person, and I haven't felt that feeling in a long time. And I kind of cared because I just didn't care about impressing people. I didn't care about trying to find value, trying to have others see value through me. All I did was I stood by myself. I studied a few things. I learned some things about construction, and I felt my value through work, and I could care less if I felt value through social interactions. But now as I'm getting older, I'm realizing that sometimes the lack of social interaction could make you lose a little bit of the perception of your identity. I used to always be lifting weights, running, clothes, going out. I used to do all those things. So sometimes there's a thin line between growing up and maybe losing touch of your identity. And so maybe this diet is gonna help me kind of confident male that I am. And I say alpha male in a very gentleman-like way. I wasn't a rude kind of guy. I just typically am not really the one that you can joke with. I'm very friendly and I crack jokes all the time, but usually I'm not the one that you're the one that you just disrespect. And even though I got big and chunky, I still am not the one that you really disrespect. I always respect everybody. I live by the golden rule. I'm afraid for people to challenge me in a disrespectful way. That's why I don't ever try to rude or bully anyone or anything like that. So for real, guys, tuning in. It's day 9. I've been noticing about this dang cranberry is that sometimes I'll just ramble right. I don't even know if I'm getting to a point. That's how you know by the way I speak on this phone, on this camera. I'm not an experienced YouTuber or videographer or video editor. This is just a regular person lifting weights on keto, trying to lose weight and better himself so that I could get the energy that I need to do bigger and better things so I can push myself forward to be financially free. Thanks for tuning in. If you've been watching, if you're thinking about getting on a diet, I highly suggest you follow the ketogenic diet. If you want to see some of my videos, right ahead, you can see that how I felt going through this. Look completely normal. I don't seem like I'm fainting or passing out. I did pick up the camera right after I lifted the weight, so I might seem out of breath because of that. But for real, guys, it's not gonna kill you. I'm not doing this so simple. I'm literally using meals that you could buy at the store, and that's it. I'm just counting carbs. Count total grams of carbs, 30 grams or less, and maybe you can get your foot in the door like I am. I know I sound like I'm already on a high horse, but honestly, I have a long way to go. I need to do a whole entire year. God willing, there'll be a video someday of me saying this is day 300, day 350. The year goes on and I approach the end of the year. So there's a lot of work for me to do, and maybe you guys could jump on and do some work too. Tag me on my comments. I'll follow you if you put in videos out, and we could encourage each other, right? So you guys take care and Happy New Year. Bye.